Last, we cannot ignore President Joe Biden. Now, today is the anniversary, or yesterday I should say, was the anniversary of the horrible attacks on New York, Washington, and of course the plane that landed in Pennsylvania. Now, every single 9/11 since, there has been an appearance of the President in Washington, New York or Pennsylvania. Instead, Joe Biden was coming back from Vietnam, where he gave that ridiculous press conference. I'll ask you about that in a second. Instead, his comments were made from Alaska, where he was refuelling his jet. What did you think about that, when they all know what the calendar is and they all know what's required on that day, that he's doing it from a hangar in Alaska?
Mainland America in modern times had never been attacked. Remember that Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, is thousands of miles away. And so for Americans, 9/11 is rather like November the 11th is for us in London, or Anzac Day is for you in Australia. It is that act of national remembrance for that event, and for others too that have fallen in the service of their country. And for an American president not to attend, I thought was astonishing, and in many ways very deeply ignorant. Don't think this won't be noticed. And going back to just a few hours before, yet another cringe-makingly awful press conference where his own press officer had to cut him off mid-sentence. He then told the journos he was going off to bed. It's getting worse. He's deteriorating. And I will make this prediction, Paul. He will not be the Democrat candidate at the general election next year. There is no way, there is absolutely no way that the Democrat backers and funders and organisers can allow this man to stand again. They will find somebody else, probably in a few months' time.
Yeah, about 12 months from now is when the Democratic convention will actually take place. That's, of course, the final crowning moment. They're going to rig the primaries so that basically nobody else is going to get a shot. So they have their moment till about this time next year to put the crown on somebody. The days, basically every day from Super Tuesday down, Trump's going to be in a courtroom. Do you think that the timing of when they move away from Biden is directly linked to how Trump's legal affairs look, say, by, April, May, June next year?
I think, interestingly, we should focus perhaps for a second on the legal travails of Hunter Biden.
Yeah, good point.
The man who absolutely nothing stuck to him at all. Suddenly there is a special counsel. Suddenly it looks like there are prosecutions looming. And the deep state can work on both sides of this. The deep state have decided that Biden could lose them the next election. That's why that process is moving. As for Trump, well, he's facing the most incredibly difficult time, but he's resilient, and there are a very large number of Americans who can see that the politicisation of their judiciary is wrong, just plain wrong. So I have no doubt that whatever happens, Trump is going to be the Republican nominee, but it won't be Biden for the Democrats, and I'm really convinced of that now.
I'm with you. Thank you very much, Nigel. We'll talk to you again very soon. Nigel Farage there in the United Kingdom.